Zatima fans, this has been a subject since Zach and Fatima got engaged during late season one of Zatima. And during my recent interview with Amir, aka Jeremiah from the series, we talked about the possibilities of what a Zatima wedding could look like. And essentially it boils down to the fact that, and I remember talking about this, back during season one too, about how Tyler should make an event out of a Zach and Fatima wedding because they're the fan favorite couple. And I feel like their wedding needs to be an event, whether it be like a multi episode, kind of like arc or something, or a made for TV movie, or hell, even release it in theater. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Part of me wants like a Zatima movie or something to get released in theaters to see how many people will go out to watch it. But more in line of realistic, avenues Tyler Perry would do. I could see like a Zatima wedding film made for a streaming platform, whether it be BET Plus or Netflix or Amazon. I don't know. I'm more inclined to think it will probably be BET Plus though, because that's where Zatima is anyhow. But regardless of how the format of a Zatima wedding would play out, I just feel like it would be huge. And another question to ask is whether or not a Zatima wedding should happen at the very end of their story. So we'll see Zach and Fatima get married, and then that's the end of their series. Or do you think there should be more to follow after that? Like, let's say Dwayne and Whitley, A Different World. They got married within the show, still continued on. But then you got examples like the Jamie Foxx show, where him and, his girl got married in the final episode, and that was it. So when it comes down to it, I don't care. I'm not in a rush to see these two married because I feel like there's just so much more for them to do and to overcome. But a wedding would just make for quite the TV spectacle because fans have wanted this for so long. But, a lot of questions will have to be raised. Like with Zach's family, we only know of Jeremiah left, because his mom just passed and Jeremiah is his brother. But do you think Jeremiah will return to the series for this wedding? I mean, I don't know if Jeremiah would be his best man, though. I don't know. But honestly, I don't see Nate being the best man. If out of the two, I think Tony would have a better shot. But it would be cool if his brother was his best man. Yeah, it would either be Tony or Jeremiah, assuming he's sober up and whatnot by that time. It wouldn't be Bryce, I know that much. Preston would be good, but I don't think he really has that relationship with Fatima. I mean, then again, Jeremiah mostly has been antagonistic. Tony was the one that took the photo of Fatima hugging Ian. So, yeah, it's a toss-up on who the best man would be. But from there, you can have some interesting character dynamics. For example, with Fatima getting married, her cousin's bound to show up. So you got Madam there in attendance. And I wonder how that interaction would be like between, let's say, Madam and Jeremiah, how that would go. On top of that, you have the sisters in attendance. Obviously, Andy's going to be there. I could see Danny, maybe even Sabrina. But Karen is a toss-up. I'm going to be honest here. I know DeVal said at the 100th episode special that, oh yeah, I'm sure Zach would invite Karen. There's no legitimate reason why, even if it was so much as a Karen popping up out of nowhere to like speak her piece and to say, I'm very happy for you. And you know what? Yeah, you're free to go or something like that. Basically relinquishing her, her grip on trying to have Zach around in her life. It's like, even if she popped up to reveal that the baby isn't yours, like, I feel like that would just steal from the moment and be an awful choice for Karen to just out of the blue pop up at the wedding. And everybody's looking like, oh, is she going to cause trouble? But it's like, oh, no, the baby's not yours. It's like, no, that doesn't need to happen. I feel like that would just, it's kind of like the equivalent of another couple getting engaged on your wedding day. It's like, bro, like, this is my day. Like, don't, no. So I feel like it's just one of those situations where Karen needs to be excluded. Even if by the time the wedding takes place, Karen, Fatima, and Zach are all on good terms, there's no reason for her to show up. There's really no reason for her to show up. And in terms of like, what is it, like the maid of honor? I guess Angela would take that position. But then, Belinda, unless her and Fatima are cool by the wedding, which I doubt, Andy would be the maid of honor, I guess. But, Karen will have something to say about it. But I think Andy should take that role more than Angela. That's just my opinion there. But, the family dynamic would be great to see. We'll have Mona and Tony there as well. So that'll be cool. But I just feel like the wedding itself has to be done right. The proposal, I still feel, was bad timing. It really was. It just felt so forced out of nowhere and unnecessary. But the wedding, I think before the wedding, there needs to be proper, just like smooth out the rough edges of their life. Like by then, we'll know whether or not Zach gets full custody of Michael, if Karen really is having his baby, and then we can move forward from there. Because because a lot of people personally, I don't like the fact that Fatima's pregnant with all the craps going on now. But some people are like, oh, well, Jeremy, that's usually how it happens in real life. Like it just happens. Pregnancy just happens. So it's one of those things where when you least expect it, it will like turn your life around. And I can't say that I get that because I haven't experienced that, obviously. But it's just one of those things where I think that I would be able to enjoy the wedding itself as opposed to going like, okay, they're getting married, but that doesn't change the fact that there's still a lot of baby mama drama, things like that going on behind the scenes. But yeah, moving into Zatima season 3, I do hope there's like less of the opposing rivals, if you will, for Zach or Fatima. At this point, we've had enough people trying to break them up, or trying to get Fatima for himself or get Zach for herself, whether it be a Connie, Deja, Paul, or Ian. I think we need to move past that and just focus on these two as a couple, especially with Fatima now that she's pregnant. But yeah, aside from that, I hope the wedding is treated with the respect and all this deserved, because I'd really hate for something that big to be just done rather hastily and poorly when Zach and Fatima have been the flagship of Sistas for so long. Sistas has held down the fort on BET with ratings, but let's be real here. For years we've been saying that without Zach and Fatima, Sistas really wouldn't be what it is now. So I truly hope that when that time comes, whether it be a film, multi-episode arc or whatever, let the Zach and Fatima wedding be a really big deal. And I don't know why, but I like Tyler Perry to be there in some capacity too. But with that being said, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one.